Imagine this, that seemingly ordinary 1975 1-cent coin you have tucked away in your drawer, sitting among all those other pennies. Now, what if I told you that coin could be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, even that little copper coin, often overlooked by many, could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Stick with me for the next 30 minutes, and we'll uncover the secrets that make the 1975 1-cent coin far more valuable than you've ever imagined. And trust me, the end of this video will blow your mind, because I'll reveal how one rare 1975 penny sold for over $100,000. It could be sitting right in your coin jar, and you wouldn't even know it, so, let's dive in, and find out what makes the 1975 penny one of the most sought-after coins among collectors. In 1975, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies to keep up with the nation's growing economy. But here's the thing, something extraordinary happened that year. These pennies weren't just your run-of-the-mill coins, some of them held a special story, a story that collectors are eager to discover. The 1975 penny came at a time when the U.S. was making some significant changes in the world of coinage, and it was during this period that a very rare penny came into existence. So, what makes a 1975 penny so special, and why are collectors fighting for a piece of this history? Well, the answer lies in the details. You might have already noticed that the 1975 penny comes with a little letter under the date. That's called the mint mark. The mint mark tells you where the coin was made. Coins produced in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver have a D, and those struck in San Francisco feature an S. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just the year that matters. The mint mark can change the value of your penny drastically. You see, some mint marks are rarer than others, and this is where things start to get really exciting. And here's where the S mint mark comes into play. If you've got a 1975 penny with this mint mark, then you may just have a real gem on your hands. But there's more. This is only the tip of the iceberg, so stick around, because what makes a rare 1975 penny truly special are the error coins and unique variations produced that year. Now, let's talk about errors. Did you know that some 1975 pennies were struck with imperfections? It's true. Sometimes the minting process goes wrong, and these mistakes lead to coins that are incredibly rare, and incredibly valuable. Take a look at this double die penny. It's an error that occurred when the die used to strike the penny wasn't aligned correctly, creating a doubled image. A mistake, yes, but to collectors, it's a masterpiece. These coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auction, so keep your eyes peeled because these rare finds could be hiding right under your nose, but that's not the only error to look out for. Other misstrikes, like off-center coins or even pennies with missing elements, can turn an average penny into a treasure worth far more than face value. And just when you thought it couldn't get more interesting, I'm about to tell you about the most valuable error of all. Imagine a penny that sold for over $100,000, yes, you heard that right. But what was it about this coin that made it worth so much? Was it the mint mark, the error, or the condition? Stick around, because I'll reveal all the details shortly, and trust me, you're going to want to know how to spot a penny like this in your own collection. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the condition of your penny. After all, even if you've got a rare error penny, its value can still vary depending on how well preserved it is. Coins are graded based on their condition, and the better the condition, the more your coin is worth. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state, with the highest grades commanding the most money. A penny that's been worn down with heavy use won't be worth much, but if you have a 1975 penny in pristine condition, especially if it's a rare error coin, it could be worth far more than you think. So, how do you tell if your penny is in mint condition? Here's a quick tip. If the details on your coin are sharp, clear, and well-defined, you may just have a winner on your hands. But we'll dive deeper into this shortly, and I'll show you exactly how to spot a mint-condition penny. Now, let me take you on a journey to a penny that shocked the world when it sold for over $100,000. This wasn't just any 1975 penny, it was a rare double-die penny from the San Francisco Mint, graded in perfect condition. It featured a mistake that collectors were willing to pay top dollar for, and when it hit the auction block, it fetched a price that most of us can only dream of. So, what made this penny so valuable, and how can you find one like it? In a moment, I'll tell you exactly what to look for in your own collection to see if you might have a 1975 penny that could be worth thousands, or even more. But first, let me ask you, how do you know for sure if your penny is authentic? It's one thing to think you've got a rare coin, but how do you confirm it? The answer is simple: get your coin professionally graded. When you send your penny to a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, they will evaluate the coin's authenticity and condition, assigning it a grade that can significantly increase its value. So, how do you get your penny graded? And more importantly, how do you make sure you're not overpaying for a grading service? I'll walk you through the entire process, including how to avoid scams and ensure that you're getting the best deal possible. But before we get to that, let me ask, have you ever wondered where you can sell your rare 1975 penny? After all, if you've got a rare coin, you'll want to know where to sell it to get top dollar. The best place to sell your rare 1975 penny depends on a few factors. Auction houses, trusted coin dealers, and online marketplaces are all options, but not all of them are created equal. I'll share tips on where to sell your coin for the highest price, and I'll also show you how to avoid scams that could cost you thousands of dollars. But remember, selling a rare coin isn't always as easy as it seems. There are a lot of pitfalls that you could fall into if you're not careful. But don't worry, because I'll make sure you know exactly how to protect yourself and sell your rare penny for the highest price. Now, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's recap everything we've covered so far. You've learned about the mint marks, the errors, and the condition of your coin, and we've discussed how to authenticate and grade your 1975 penny. But don't forget, we've only just scratched the surface. In the next video, we'll take a look at another hidden gem in the world of US coins, the elusive 1982 copper penny. You won't want to miss it, so make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next big discovery. Until next time, go check your coins, and who knows, you might just find a fortune waiting for you.
What makes a simple penny worth more than just 1 cent? Could your spare 1978 pennies actually be worth hundreds of dollars? Stay tuned to find out. Imagine you're walking around with a pocket full of pennies and one of them could change your life forever. Welcome to the fascinating world of the 1978 US penny, where you could be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. This isn't just a piece of metal, this could be a hidden treasure, tucked away in your drawer or buried in a jar. Is your penny one of the rare, valuable ones? Let's find out together. Now, I know what you're thinking, a penny is a penny, right? But here's the twist, not all 1978 pennies are created equal. Some are incredibly rare, and I'll be showing you exactly what to look for to determine if you've stumbled upon a gold mine. But hold on, I'll be sharing an unbelievable story about a 1978 penny that sold for over $400,000. Yes, you heard that right, but only if you stick around till the end. Let's kick things off with the basics. The 1978 penny might look like a regular coin to most people, but it has some unique features that set it apart. Take a look at the obverse side, the front of the penny. You'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile. This has been the design since 1909, when President Lincoln was first featured on the penny to mark his 100th birthday. Fast forward to 1978, and the penny is still made of a copper core, but it has a thin layer of zinc to help prevent corrosion. It weighs around 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 mm. Now, turn the coin over and you'll see the memorial reverse. This design was introduced in 1959, replacing the iconic wheat design, which had been in circulation for nearly 50 years. The memorial design, depicting the Lincoln Memorial, was a fitting tribute to one of the most revered figures in American history. The reverse side has the words E pluribus unum and United States of America, along with the phrase 1 cent. It's easy to overlook the details, but trust me, some of these little elements will make a huge difference when it comes to value. Here's a fun fact: did you know that 1978 was a significant year for US coins? It's true. The late 1970s were a time of change for American coinage, and while the penny's basic design remained the same, there were subtle shifts that would make some pennies from that year highly sought after by collectors today. But what exactly makes a 1978 penny stand out? Let's dive deeper into its key features and figure out why some of them are worth far more than face value. When it comes to the 1978 penny, the obverse and reverse aren't just for show, they play a critical role in determining the coin's value. Lincoln's profile is intricately engraved, and the details of his face are razor-sharp on well-preserved pennies. The clarity of the engraving is one of the first things that collectors look for when assessing a coin's worth. The reverse side of the penny, with the Lincoln Memorial, is also crucial. A clean, well-defined image means a lot to collectors, and the same goes for the penny's edge. A sharp, crisp edge is a sign that the coin was struck properly, which means it could be worth more than you think. But here's where it gets interesting: not all 1978 pennies are created equal. Some of them have certain features that make them far rarer than others. These pennies could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's right, your spare change might be hiding something truly valuable. Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll reveal how to spot those key features that could turn your penny into a goldmine. One of the most important things to look for when evaluating a 1978 penny is the mint mark. You may not have paid much attention to the small letter on the coin, but it's a game changer when it comes to value. The D mint mark represents pennies that were minted in Denver, while S denotes coins from San Francisco. The P mint mark, however, is particularly rare in 1978 pennies. You see, in 1978, most pennies were struck in Denver and Philadelphia, but a small batch of pennies was produced in San Francisco, making those particular pennies much rarer. You might be wondering, what's the deal with the S mint mark? Well, pennies with this mint mark can be worth a lot more than you think. In fact, some of these pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars at auctions. But here's the real kicker: there's an even rarer version of the 1978 penny that you won't believe. If you find a 1978 penny with a specific mint mark, you might just have a coin that could make you rich. And that's something you definitely don't want to miss. So, if you're holding a 1978 penny right now, I'd recommend checking it for the mint mark. You could be holding a rare, valuable coin without even realizing it. But don't just take my word for it, let's look at some other unusual finds. Pennies aren't always perfect, and some 1978 coins came off the press with errors, making them even more desirable to collectors. The most sought-after errors are double dies and off-center strikes. A double die error occurs when the design is struck twice, causing the image to appear blurry or doubled. This kind of error is incredibly rare, and if you come across a 1978 penny with a double die, you could be holding a coin worth over $1,000. Imagine stumbling upon a penny in your pocket, only to realize that it's worth a small fortune. But that's not the only error to look for. Some 1978 pennies were struck off-center, meaning the design didn't align properly during the minting process. These coins are also highly valued by collectors and can fetch significant prices, but hold on, I'm not done yet. In just a moment, I'll reveal the rarest of the rare 1978 pennies, ones that can sell for thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. These pennies aren't just valuable, they're almost impossible to find. But first, let's talk about how to assess the condition of your 1978 penny. The condition of a coin plays a massive role in its value. In the world of coin collecting, this is called grading. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state, with several intermediate levels like fine and extremely fine. If your penny is in excellent condition, with clear details and no visible wear, it could be worth far more than one in poor condition. A penny that's been well preserved, with little to no scratches, will attract more buyers and fetch a higher price. But here's the thing, most people don't know how to properly assess the condition of their coins, which is why many valuable pennies end up being tossed aside or thrown in a jar for years. That's why it's so important to understand the grading system and learn how to identify a high-quality penny when you see one. You won't believe how many people are accidentally throwing away valuable pennies every single day. Make sure you're not one of them. Now, let's move on to the real showstopper, the 1978 penny that sold for $400,000. Yes, you heard that right. This penny was so rare and so perfect that it fetched a jaw-dropping amount at an auction. So, what made this penny so special? It had a rare error that made it one of the most sought-after pennies in the world. The auction footage is incredible, with collectors eagerly bidding against one another, each hoping to get their hands on this elusive coin. The final price? Over $400,000. Imagine owning a penny worth that much. It's not as far-fetched as you might think. And who knows, your 1978 penny could be the next one to make history. But before you rush off to check your penny collection, let's talk about the most important part: how to sell your rare 1978 penny. It's essential to get your coin professionally graded and authenticated before selling it. There are trusted auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin dealers who specialize in rare coins, and they can help you determine the true value of your penny. Be cautious, though. The coin world has its share of scammers, so it's important to do your research and make sure you're dealing with reputable buyers. When selling your rare penny, be sure to check current prices using resources like the Red Book or by browsing online auctions. These tools can help you get a fair deal and protect yourself from being ripped off. Before we wrap up, let's recap what we've learned today: mint marks, errors, and how to assess your 1978 penny's value. If you find a rare mint mark or error on your penny, you could be holding a valuable coin. And remember, condition is key. Make sure your penny is in the best shape possible if you want to maximize its value. So, go ahead, check your coin jars, look for those rare mint marks, and see if you have a 1978 penny that could be worth a fortune. And if you find one, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos about rare coins and valuable finds. Next week, we'll dive into the world of the 1982 penny, another game changer in the world of coin collecting. You won't want to miss that.